Crispy, do you want to start from the top?
Absolutely. Carole, thank you for being here today.
Pleasure.
You are not going to believe what happened this weekend.
Run for your lives. Crispy.
Yeah.
How many questions are you going to ask Carole Ann Ford?
112!
Susan's around the TARDIS.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Crispy and joining me today is my best bud, Josh Snares.
Hello, I'm Crispy Pro's best bud, Josh Snares.
Yep. It is currently Sunday, the 19th of October at about 8 p.m. and we have had the craziest 48 hours ever.
I feel like I'm still in shock about what just happened.
We're going to give you a play-by-play right now of Josh and Crispy's fabulous weekend.
Big weekend with the boys.
And by the boys, we mean Carole Ann Ford. We met Carole Ann Ford.
The cast.
The cat. Let's start at the beginning. Josh, what time did you fly in to Melbourne?
I arrived here at 10:30 a.m. in Melbourne on Saturday, and I waited for Crispy Pro to arrive. I sat, I had a bean burrito, and it was very tasty. And then the man, the myth, the love of my life, Crispy Pro rocked up.
We hugged in the airport and we had somewhere to be. So we hopped on the bus, got this quick photo, and made our way to Aaron's Collectibles.
So the Sirens of Audio podcast have been doing these live events here in Australia, and they've been getting different Doctor Who companions, different people who've been in Doctor Who, flying them out here, and they're getting their own dedicated events, which is really exciting because it's not like being thrown through like a convention where you get 2 seconds for a photo and then off you go. Like you're spending time with this person, you're really getting to have a few question and answers. They're having panels, they're doing photos, autographs, and it's like a what? It went from like 11 till 6. It was a big day.
It's a mini Comic-Con dedicated to one person. Yep. Well, this whole event was for Carole Ann Ford. But we didn't just meet Carole Ann Ford at this event. This story goes so much deeper. It's insane.
Yeah, if we were just saying, oh, you won't believe the crazy weekend and we went to a convention. No.
No. This is not that video, my friend. So anyway, we arrived at Aaron's Collectibles, which is this cute little collectible shop here in Melbourne. And there were fans outside. There was a whole Dalek. More on that later. It was packed because Carole was in there doing early signings, or there was something. It was just, was it a separate function?
It was just an autograph event.
Yeah.
Exclusively at the Aaron Collectible store. And he seems to be holding them like every time they fly someone down from Doctor Who. We got there late.
We got there very late because we went straight from the airport to the hotel to Aaron's Collectibles, and this was like at least an hour or two, and so we arrived late. But in there was Carole Ann Ford, and Philip, the one of the guys who runs Sirens of Audio, was like, "Come this way." We said hello first, but he said, "Come along."
Oh, we got VIP access, honey. No, we were so late. We were like, all right, look, we missed the window. It's fine. It's totally cool. But thanks to Philip's generosity, we got to come in and say hi.
Yeah, and then we got to meet Carole Ann Ford, that was surreal. It was very, very strange. And we say hello. We were going to go in for the handshake, but I decided against it.
Yeah, we were like, she's probably just met like 50,000 Doctor Who fans. The last thing she wants to do is touch someone's hand.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is fair.
Absolutely
I
fair.
get it.
Her manager, Rob, was there, and he is an absolute legend.
Yeah, literally.
And knew of both of us, which was just surreal that's a thing.
Yeah.
Rob kind of explained to Carole what we do.
She seemed a little bit bewildered by it, but it was actually kind of like so nice. It was sweet and wholesome.
Yeah, it was very endearing. She seemed very perplexed by the idea of YouTubers. She's like, oh, so you do the news, but for Doctor Who? We're like, yeah, I guess.
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah, whatever you say, Carole.
Sure.
I do that.
So that was a brief encounter with Carole Ann Ford, but that was just the start. That was just the first encounter.
Just a little taster.
Yeah, a little taster. So anyway, we go back to the hotel. We're buzzing from that.
We enjoyed the fine cuisine of Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
Which is KFC and Brisbane and Gomez.
But the reason we ate so much is because we were nervous for what was to come later that night. Because Philip, being the king that he is,
Icon.
and Dwayne and everyone at the Sirens team, had invited us to a drinky dink?
Yeah, a little get-together.
A little get-together? We were so unbelievably nervous about this.
Yeah, freaking out.
That we ate so much food.
Because we had no context about what was going on.
Yeah,
we weren't sure, like, are other people coming to this? Or is it we're going to Philip's suite with Carole Ann Ford and it's just me and Crispy Pro being like...
But we rocked up to the venue and it ended up being the wrong place. Josh, what are we doing?
I don't know. Wait, this is the right place. Oh, Carol.
Where are you, Carol?
Oh, Carole Ann. We lost.
We rocked up to the wrong place. Good for us. Good for us. We'll see you soon, Cav.
Bye, Gav.
Bye, Cav.
You know, some of us, as beautiful as I may be, sometimes I do make mistakes.
And you should subscribe to Josh's humble channel.
Because I'm so humble. And yeah, you should definitely subscribe.
We get in our 15th Uber of the day.
We're Ubered out.
We were so Ubered out. But we get in our 15th Uber of the day and we make our way to the hotel where Carole Ann Ford is going to be at this function. We don't know if it's just going to be the two of us. Anyway, someone comes and collects us. And
We got a bottle of wine.
oh, yeah, we got well, you got a bottle of wine. I had like a 6-pack of Asahis. And we were like, we're going to be in and out and out. Anyway, we rock up to the room and there's like how many VIPs there?
10? 10, I'd say?
Yeah, 10, yeah, 10 other people in there. But Carole Ann Ford was there.
The legend, the icon. She is the moment. Come on now.
And so we found ourselves in a situation where we brought drinks and nibbles to a hotel room where Carole Ann Ford was for just like a little get together. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was insane.
We got drunk with Carole Ann Ford.
That's the title.
We got wasted with Carole Ann Ford. I'm hungover from partying with Carole Ann Ford.
Technically not wrong. It was a really, really sweet event. Like everyone in the room was a Doctor Who super fan, apart from Carol. Everyone was sharing stories, but the main stories that I was listening to and you were listening to were from Carol herself. And she's an icon. She was an absolute icon. We were a little bit nervous to talk to her at first. You asked her like a question or a couple of questions. Do you remember what you asked her?
Do I remember last night? What did I ask her? I asked her, did you keep in contact with any of the cast members after the show? And she said she kind of did, like, through phone and stuff like that.
My favorite story she told on the night, and she didn't tell this at the convention, so this was kind of like a scoop. This is the scoop, folks.
Scoop.
Look out. Farries, where you at? She told this wonderful story about how she visited the set of Doctor Who during Capaldi's run, and she got to see the TARDIS, Capaldi's TARDIS, and Capaldi was there.
Yeah.
And Capaldi, being the super fan that he is, of course knew of Carole Ann Ford, of course. And apparently Peter took her hand on the TARDIS console and they were just dancing and he was singing, "Please come back to Doctor Who, please come back to Doctor Who." And I was like, I'm a few beers deep at this point. I was about to tear up.
Christy's crying. I'm trying not to vomit.
It was just a really, really nice night and we had maybe a little bit too much to drink, perhaps.
Maybe. Some might say that.
Some might say that.
No, but we behaved ourselves.
Yeah, we did. We took our 16th Uber of the day and got back home and pretty much crashed as soon as we got back here.
Yeah.
Kind of being like, that was insane.
Yeah.
That we got to hang out with Carole Ann Ford, but we got to hang out with her a whole lot more the next day, which is when we're filming today.
Yeah, we're in the same hotel room.
Yeah, we're in the same hotel room.
We're sharing the same bed. We're spooning.
Hold on. There's enough fan fiction out there. Josh and I get up ridiculously early the next day for some reason. I don't know why
I have no idea.
We got up so early because we were nervous about the fact that we were going to interview Carole Ann Ford today.
Yeah.
The Sirens of Audio team were kind enough to allow us a few minutes with Carol to actually do an interview. We rock up to the venue, beautiful venue.
So beautiful.
For the second time, we were there slightly earlier the night before.
Oh, Carol. Outside of YouTube and stuff like that, I work for a marketing company, so I do all the videography stuff. So Crispy got to see me just go into like work mode. So I pretend like I would any other interview that I ever do.
Yeah, when you were setting up the interview, I was like, I don't know who this is. This is a corporate figure right here. So Carol's all mic'd up.
Yeah.
We sit down and we get like a good 10 minutes with her, I say. Which is insane. She was very attentive. She's got the sparkle in her eye, definitely. And I'm incredibly happy with how the interview went. And I felt less nervous in that than I was to have the drinks with her.
I was too. Yeah, because I felt like it was a controlled environment. We were in control to a certain extent. And it was nice as well getting to talk about her new book that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's called The Adventures After. She's written a story that is about Susan. So she gets to kind of like take control of her own narrative in that sense, which is really exciting. You know, she was like saying, oh, it's so great to write something that I would have loved to have filmed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice that she was given that moment.
I'll play a little clip right now.
It meant that one could just have wild flights of the imagination and just put down anything. What the hell? And of course the thing is, I would have loved to have acted in what I wrote had it been made into an episode. Oh, it's good fun. I urge you to read it. It's such good fun.
We were told before the interview, specifically, only one direction, only one thing to not say during the interview was just don't mention reality war. And we're like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool, makes sense. Thought as much, suspected as much. So anyway, we didn't. But then the event happened today.
The first panel, the first question
Yeah.
was about the reality war.
Yeah, Josh and I kind of had like a bet as to what other Doctor Who fans were going to ask today. And that was very, very high up.
Yeah,
But it was like the first question of the day for her.
And we were thinking, oh, she's not going to say a thing.
She said a thing.
She said the whole
She said the whole thing.
She said the whole thing. And I don't think we can say it.
I don't think we can show it, but she said the thing.
The interview was really nice to talk to her as well and just say, hey, like, this is my favorite era and it's a real honor to meet you and stuff like that. And say how much like I enjoyed her performance in Edge of Destruction and stuff like that. And she seemed to really internalize all of like the compliments she was receiving. It felt, you know, because like she doesn't do conventions that often. And I think she was kind of like taken aback about how big the reception was here in Australia. And I'm happy that she did get a big turnout. And I'm hoping this is just like the beginning of more of these.
But the event itself was fantastic.
Yeah.
As expected.
The Sirens of Audio team just like run a really tight ship. It's never like dull. It's always like really great. There's time to interact with other Doctor Who fans.
150 Doctor Who fans.
Yeah, huge turnout. They've announced that next March, Louise Jameson, who plays Leela, is coming down.
Yeah, that's huge.
In Melbourne, Sydney, and Hobart.
I hope you're enjoying this video because this is barely planned. We're in the middle of this hotel. Josh spent forever on this lighting setup, so I hope you appreciate. Okay, leave a like, please.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best. We are so tired.
We're working like dogs.
We're working like dogs.
Yeah, this felt like a really nice weekend.
Well, we were saying just before we started filming, it felt like kind of a career moment.
Yeah.
Not only were we able to be like, oh, like kind of validate what we do here on YouTube.
Yeah.
But we got to interview a Doctor Who legend.
Yeah.
And like her manager had heard of us in the interview, was able to get secured because of that.
Yeah.
And the Sirens of Audio team and everything.
Yeah.
But we're running on fumes right now.
Yeah.
It's all a bit surreal.
You know, these connections that we've made and these friendships, you know, like with Philip and Dwayne and Sirens of Audio, like they've been so supportive of us.
Very kind. Very, very kind.
I don't think they fully understand like how much that means to us to have, you know, that level of, you know, respect and friendship from two people I really admire. And, you know, I love, you know, different generations of Doctor Who fans coming together. And that's what makes this show so much fun. And fandom is just so great to be out of it.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better.
You could try.
Fandom is a beautiful thing.
I was like, I have this original like Doctor Who annual from the 1960s. And I was like, I have to get the CAF to sign this one. And she signed it. For Josh, Carole Ann Ford, there she is.
We'll get a closer look.
We'll get a closer. Another really big highlight is that we got to meet Jack Coughlin, who I'm following on like Twitter for ages. He builds like Daleks and stuff like that. And he had like this proper like Dalek Invasion of Earth Dalek, and it was so sick.
Tokyo drifting everywhere.
Yeah, he was so smooth on it.
And then just like that, the event finished and we got back to our hotel and started filming this video, and it's still too much to process.
Yeah.
Personally, I would like to thank the entire Sirens team and Rob and Carole Ann Ford for making and Josh Snares.
And Crispy Pro.
For making all of this possible.
And if you like Blake 7, the Sirens of Audio have like launched a new Blake 7 podcast. And it's about like 3 long-term fans and 1 newbie. And they're going through the entire series and they're having interviews with people who have been in the show, who've been directing it, you know, the whole thing. So if you're into Blake 7, go check that out as well.
Hey, while you're on the internet subscribing, subscribe to Josh Snares.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Josh Snares YouTube channel. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Crispy Pro YouTube channel.
Thank you. I'm going to clip that for every video from now on.
Baby.
Okay, that'll do. Bye.
Bye.